Hey guys, this is Jonathan with Harvest Time Preppers, and today we are vacuum sealing in mylar bags wheat berries. And if you've ever wanted to know how to get your wheat berries and whether you're doing rice, whether you're doing wheat berries, or whatever you need to vacuum seal or put in mylar bags for a long time, I'm going to show you the way that I get these. This is a 1 gallon bag. The way that we get these bags, virtually, you can hear that, hard as a rock. So how are we doing that? Well, I've got my bags down here. You want to show them? I've got some more bags down here that I'm fixing to do, and I've got them prepped with this part sealed and with a little gap here for my oxygen absorbers that we're going to put in here in just a minute. These are 100 cc, and we're going to use 2 of these. We really don't need to use a whole lot or bigger oxygen absorbers than that with the way that I vacuum seal. So hopefully you'll be able to get something out of this here in just a second. So what I'll do is I'm going to take the oxygen absorbers, 2 of each, and I'm going to put them in this little slot, and then I'm going to take my wife's straight iron, flat iron, hair iron, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to seal it closed. I'm not going to worry about trying to get the air out of it just yet. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Okay, the way we're going to do that is once the bag is sealed, I'm going to take my food saver here, okay, and with the accessory cord, I've got an accessory cord that you do for jars and stuff. But what I've done, Josh, if you can zoom in here, is I went and got another piece of tube, if you can see that, the same diameter as the accessory port. And what I did is I took a turkey injector needle, you see it's got holes in it, and I trimmed the edges so I could slide that hose up over what would screw into the syringe of the turkey injector. So now I'm just using the needle. So I'm going to put this on here, okay? And then what I'm going to do is, after I get the oxygen absorbers and everything in the bags and the bag sealed, I then take this needle and I insert it into the bag. I turn on my handy dandy food saver. It pumps down all the oxygen, and because it's only leaving a hole the size of the needle, whenever I pull that needle out, I can simultaneously clamp down on, just because there's just going to be that little hole. Everything, the bag is going to be sealed. I'll show you that in here in a second. The bag is going to be sealed. When I pull this out, I'm simultaneously squeezing down with that flat iron, and that flat iron seals the hole. So now this bag, I'm going to lay it flat, so it's going to be easier to store. So now I can stack them up better on the shelf, or I can stack them up in our totes, or whatever it is we're going to be doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get all of these bags, oxygen absorbers in the bags, and then get these bags sealed. And I'll show you how I do the last bag, and then we'll catch up from there. Okay, so I'll be back in just a minute. So here's the last bag. You can see it's not sealed yet, and you can see where I sealed it before. It's about 1 inch or so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal this last gap with this flat iron, but I'm not going to seal it as deep down as I did the other ones, because what I'm going to do is when I put the needle in to pump the air out, I want that hole to be higher up. And that way when I seal it, it won't take up more bag. So I just need enough of a seal on the mylar so it will hold a vacuum. Now my oxygen absorbers are already in there. So as you can see here, I've got about 3/8 of an inch, or maybe 1/2 of an inch down on the bag. So now what I'm going to do, come here a minute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook my little needle up. Okay, so now it's hooked into my accessory. You see that there? It's got a hole. So I got to make sure I go in past that hole because I got a smaller hole down here. And I'm going to kind of shake my bag over a little bit. Not much. I just don't want there to be a lot of wheat berries up here. Okay? I'm going to get my flat iron ready. Okay? And I'm going to stick my needle in. You see the mylar weld, I'm going to call it, is deeper down here than it is up here. So I'm going to stick my needle in right here into this air pocket, if you will. So now it's in there. So watch this. I'm going to turn on my accessory and I'm going to let that pump down. And you can see it's getting a good seal. Okay, so you can see my needle tip right there. You can see it moving inside the bag. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my iron and I'm just going to pull the needle out. That way whenever I seal the bag, you'll see it's nice and tight. Okay, so let's do another one. Hold on real quick, Josh, don't go anywhere. We're going to do another one. So I've got my bag set up here. Take my berries back a little bit because I don't want my berries to be up here in this corner because it'll make it tougher to seal. All right, so I'm just going to stick my needle in here just behind or just under where I sealed a minute ago. Then I'm going to turn my accessories on. Again, you can see the needle wiggling in there. And I'm just going to hold that there while I pull the needle out. And yeah, you heard a little bit of the air escape, but that's fine. That's fine because I got most of the air out whenever we did the needle. So we'll do one more and then that'll be it. Now guys, this will also work well. Let's say you've got a bag of rice, let's say, that didn't quite seal all the way and you don't want to have to try to cut it again and use a lot of your mylar. You can just take this little needle, stick it in the bag, pump it down, and just hot iron right over top of it. So let's do one more, and then I think that you'll get the point. Just gonna shake that down a little bit. And again, I'm able to get it a lot flatter than I would if it was just standing up on its end. So I'm just going to turn my accessory on. I'm ready. See the needle right there. It's pumping that thing really, really hard. Now I can just put my hot iron in there, pull the needle out, and let my hot iron finish sealing that hole that we just made with the needle. Okay, so there we go. It's nice and hard, vacuum sealed upright. So guys, again, if you like these videos, make sure you click like and subscribe and tell your friends about us here at Harvest Time Preppers. I'm Jonathan, my wife's Barbara, and we look forward to sharing more great ideas with you.